Welcome back, nerds. It's the Damn It Rad podcast. Sorry about the little siesta, but we're back now. We should be back going pretty regular. This is the Nerd Cast. It's your boy Rad here with Big Daddy Kane, Sebas, and today we are going to drink Camelot Mead Honey Wine because this is the Nerd Cast, and we gotta get nerdy with it, baby.
Gotta drink the mead. Getting nerdy with it.
Getting nerdy with it. Well, there's mine.
For the night.
Oh, what a great host.
Hey, never mind.
So, yeah, I'm polite.
Very
It's
much
the Hufflepuff in me.
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
Ravenclaw.
Attaboy.
So as you can tell, we all are nerds here. We're talking about Harry Potter, which brings us to our first game I really want to talk about, Hogwarts Legacy.
Ooh,
All
I'm
right.
excited for that one.
The game I've been waiting for since my childhood.
If you're not Team Slytherin, you're fucking wrong.
Well, and then I
No.
guess I'm just gonna have to be wrong.
No.
Both of you. Both of them wrong.
As long
I'm
as
sorry
not
that we're the
boring-ass
best
Gryffindor.
house. Right.
At least I'm not a boring ass Gryffindor.
Right.
Gryffindors
Look.
suck.
Goody
Skulls.
goodies.
We were smart and had our common room placed right next to the kitchen.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, is it?
Oh wow.
That's good.
Yeah, that's dangerously good.
It is delicious. I love a good mead.
All right, so speaking of nerd things, what are y'all doing next weekend? Because it is Ren Fest next weekend. I know you got a wedding actually,
Yep.
and then there's a birthday.
I will
Sunday.
be recovering.
And me and Big Daddy are going to see on Thursday night the Home.
For those of you that don't know, that would be Lion King.
Live at the Singer Theater.
I really hope Elton John's there.
Is that part of Forgive me, Brittany.
Yeah, Buck Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know too
You're
many
good.
Britneys.
I believe it's pronounced Brighton.
Brittany.
No, absolutely not.
No, I know too many Britneys, so I didn't want to make. And besides,
No, you're good.
With,
I'm god awful with names myself.
Brittany, Kidney, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So.
Anyway, Hogwarts Legacy.
But I am.
I'm really excited about it because, I mean, I'm not one of the big Potterheads that everybody is, but I do enjoy my nerd things. And it looks like a very decent game from what I've seen so far. I will be doing a review on it as soon as it comes out because I know my wife's going to want to play it, so I have permission to buy it. As soon as it
Make
comes out.
sure you check out our boy Sebas. Support him. He supports us. He's on this pod all the time. What's your page name?
It is called Video Game Recommendations and Reviews, if I'm not mistaken. We will put it up in a link.
Go to the Damn It Rad page. We will put it up on the link. I've already shared a couple of his things on there. But yeah, check it out. The dude plays for y'all. He pretty much tells you if the game's enjoyable or not. And it really helps me out because like I was wondering about a couple games and I just asked him. He's like, oh no, they're pretty fucking cool. Or no, that one's shitty. Or if you like building shit, this one's for you, you know? And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to grind.
Yeah.
And especially with expensive as video games are these days, like, you really need to know what you're getting into before you invest money into it.
Your boy don't rise and grind.
I like the grind most of the
Depends.
time. Depends if it's a slog of a grind. I
Yeah.
can't stand it because it's like you're getting this much experience and you need this much to get.
Certain games pull off the grind well, where it's still fun and it feels like you're kind of advancing the story and plot.
I don't want to go and kill sheep for 7 hours
That's
to
fair.
level up to be able to fight people.
Well, see,
Yeah.
they only did that in
And-
The Witcher, and that was a cheat code.
And I
Or
don't
a cheat.
I don't want to Dark Souls it either,
I
where no matter what I die.
yeah.
My solution to that was having friends handhold me through it.
I couldn't stand Dark
No
Souls,
shame.
man.
My buddy was determined to get me to play Dark Souls 3 and then Elden Ring. The dude literally bought me Dark Souls 3 and was like, alright, now you don't have an excuse.
See, my boy Failer plays it,
Mm-hmm.
loves it, and I tried to play it,
I can't. I
pissed off.
Elden Ring is
Immediately.
better than Dark Souls 3
Didn't play it.
because it was more accessible.
If
It's
you
still
tell-
a bitch of a game.
If you tell me, oh, it's like something that you hate, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I've had so many people like The only reason I played through Elden Ring as much as I have is solely because I have my buddy handling me through.
This is honey mead wine. It is like drinking a glass full of cum. You're not going to drink that.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. It's true. Yes. Anyway, so clearly we are not big fans of the Souls-type games here.
No.
Souls-like.
Another game series I really feel like's lost its way. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's true.
The first
I
three.
think-
And I love anything Viking, so I liked Valhalla.
Right.
But
I feel like
it's too much.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of jumped the shark when they killed Desmond.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like that was like the
I
true.
don't think I made it to that. Like,
It's
so convoluted and everywhere.
It was already fairly convoluted because I mean, let's be honest.
Okay.
But like the first three really were like
the first few, I get it. Okay,
So
there's
it's-
assassins versus this other
Templars.
this other faction.
Now it's
But
This game series is a whole lot like the Star Wars. Break them up into threes. You got the original trilogy, you got the prequels, excuse me, and then you got the last three.
that's fair.
Everybody loves the original, whether it's shitty, it's old,
See, I
special
didn't care
effects
for
are
the
good.
original,
The original was not a good game. It was a good story.
Mm-hmm.
but as far as
But
gameplay goes,
and like time to clear the game was not.
when they started finding the good gameplay, in my humblest opinion, was the Revolutionary War. I liked that gameplay. The story was meh, but I liked the gameplay. It was fun. But I don't.
I want to know how you had a better gun in medieval Italy than you did in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, because the Templars are Catholic.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course, obviously.
Catholics freaking they got money, man.
If you look in history, the lowest advances in science was during religious occupation.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
But that was like my first real big dive into Assassin's Creed, and it was a fun game to play. Now I'm not worried about the semantics, like, oh, you had a better gun in Italy than the Revolutionary War.
Oh no,
You're not going to survive this fall, but like, it was just a fun game to play.
Right. And
I feel like the ones with Ezio were always my favorite, which was like 2 and 3 in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was 2, 3 in Brotherhood.
I like Valhalla.
I have it. I just need to play it.
I haven't played it. I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox Game Pass, or at least it's
Probably.
either that or Origins.
It's on the free PlayStation Pass thing. Or it's not free, but like,
Yeah.
I have been raiding some fucking villages, y'all.
So, talking about game series, now that it's been announced they're getting a remaster for it, BioShock.
They're doing a remaster.
They're doing a remaster of all 3 games that are going to be released in one.
Well, see, I like how they're bringing back some of these older games, but at the same time, I'm kind of worried because one of the my favorite games, whether it's gameplay, story, favorite trilogy of games is Gears of War. And
I got into them.
oh
liked
my
Gears.
gosh,
The chainsaw gun?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
You didn't.
You gotta
Gears?
remember, I was never really a big FPS or a third person even type fan.
I had a
Well, even if you don't play
But
for like,
whenever
It was
I
more
played,
of not playing than, oh, I hate it or dislike it. It's
Okay,
just, it's
that's
more
fair.
of that.
when I played Gears of War, the first one, I had my first ever murder boner. When he put that chainsaw through that slug,
oh my gosh,
murder boner.
it's pretty awesome.
Hashtag
And
murder boner.
actually, like, people always say how video games aren't that great for you. You should read a book.
Joke's on you, I can't read.
Well, besides that,
Oh.
these video games is what I like to dive into. Like, I will read backstories. Like, I actually read about the Pendulum Wars in the Gears of War series because they hint at so many things that happened before the actual game, and you're just like, well, I want to know.
Well, Assassin's Creed actually got me, or no, it wasn't Assassin's Creed, it was Fairy Tail. Is it
Fable?
called Yeah, Fable.
Fable.
That's what it is. I'm thinking, I got
Then
anime.
you go into an anime.
I got anime and
Not today.
So we all,
Fable, because I always, wound up as the devil.
of course.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Truly.
Team Slytherin. It actually had me look up the difference between a catapult and a trebuchet.
Really?
Yeah, and trebuchets are so much more badass than catapults.
So what is the difference?
The catapult is just an arm, and it kind of goes back like that, and then it slings shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The trebuchet is made on a triangle.
Oh, is it the one that has
It has the sling. Yeah,
okay.
It's a lot more accurate, a lot more deadly.
Fair.
I mean, that makes sense.
Like, a trebuchet is so much more badass. And because of that game, like, because, you know, you have that big raid or whatever where they have the catapults and the trebuchets and stuff like that. I just started looking at it and I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like, you know, just call them all catapults. No, they're not.
Right.
Another game I really liked growing up was Dynasty Warriors.
I did enjoy Dynasty Warriors. I never really owned them, but so many of my friends did, and we played them all the time.
They have more.
I'm pretty sure there's a new one
It
either just came out or it's coming out. I'm pretty sure it's like 14 or something.
It's like Call of Duty.
It's been running since like either the PlayStation or early PlayStation 2 days. I want to say PlayStation 2. I'm pretty sure.
But you just did a review on a game I'm excited about.
Which one would that be?
Destroy All Humans 2.
Oh, man.
You have to tell us about that, bro.
Man.
I saw the previews for it, and I was like a kid in front of a fire, in front before Christmas night. I'm like,
you have no idea, man. Like they redid the first one as well, and I played that one, and it is exactly as you remember it. Like, I remember the first one back and forth because I played it so much as a kid. The second one, not so much because I played the second one in the time of Blockbuster and like GameFly, where you rented the games and you had to turn them in. So I didn't really get a lot of time to play.
Sure. Finish this off, but
I didn't really get a lot of time to play as a kid the second one. But it is still just as fun today as it was back then. It's basically like a Grand Theft Auto type game where you have these insane powers. I mean,
you're an alien.
You're an alien. There's not much more to say about it. But you can just do whatever you want. You can follow the story. You don't have to follow the story. You can just go around wrecking everything that you see. I mean, it's so much fun.
Right up the alley.
Yeah. And there's something satisfying about being an alien that anally probes people and watch their head explode and brains pop out. It's awesome.
What you're saying is you're into butt stuff.
It's for dominance.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not gay, it's for dominance.
Yes, it's for dominance. Honestly, it is for
But like that game always reminds me of, what's that old school movie with the girl that has the head? She's a head on a chihuahua. Mars Attacks.
Oh my god. No. Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Mars Attacks.
I don't remember the girl's head on a chihuahua, but I do know
it's a chihuahua body and a girl's head, and it's the most ridiculous movie ever, and I fucking love
Mars
it.
Attacks. We come in peace.
That's right.
And then murders everyone.
So that's basically...
It's Mars Attacks on the sticks.
Oh my god.
It's fucking great.
It's awesome. I love it. And if, like I said, if you like the Grand Theft Auto series, or if you just like open world things where you could just destroy everything,
Kill
game
cows.
for you. Kill anything. This game's for you. It's awesome.
There is, nerds, one D&D coming out. I just want to get a quick hit on it because I haven't done enough research to really know a lot about it. But that is something coming out that could be interesting, and you know, maybe if we can figure out how to get the online shit going, we can play a game.
It'd be easier for us to coordinate a session
and kind of record it online or something. But like, it is something I would like to try because I heard they have what is it, like expert classes or something like that.
Yeah. I haven't read much into it, but
like I was listening a little bit earlier.
I enjoy the D&D type games.
Like I like 5e a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of the bullshit out of the 3.5. And I know there's people out there 3.5's better, but that's fine. That's your opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion, no matter how wrong you are.
I do like 3.5. It is a good system, but it definitely gets very bogged down.
But
it tried to.
The thing about the 3.5. The thing about 3.5 I don't like.
Math.
I mean, that's all.
I feel like it. The cult following 3.5 isolates people that want to get into the game.
That's fair. 5 is absolute. 5th edition is very user-friendly, very easy to get into.
Absolutely.
But can still be just as complex and just as like creative and expansive.
And the point that I like to have on playing tabletop RPGs such as D&D, Warhammer, Pathfinder, all those types of games, is to have fun with your friends. It's math and pretend.
Right.
And whenever you have a group inside that community, because the D&D is a community,
Right.
that is trying to isolate new players and not allow them to take part in this epic gaming quest, or try to make them feel less than for playing this kind of game.
There's always gatekeepers.
It's strange how this whole nerd community has come full circle, almost, in a sense. It's like, forever we were the outcast, we were always rejected, but now everybody wants to get into something that's...
I honestly didn't start playing until Afghanistan.
Right. I didn't start playing until I met you guys.
Yeah,
so
Afghanistan, I started playing.
Played my first time back in grade school.
And you started with 5e, correct?
No, I started with 3.5.
See, I started with 5e, and let me tell you, it was so much easier to get into than I expected.
Yeah, and 5e, it's fun to play, it's easy to play. I'm just hoping they don't try to overconvolute it with 1.
Yeah.
Or 6.
I have a feeling they're not going to, because they think they learned their lesson, and each generation since has been less convoluted.
But also Pathfinder.
Well, exceptions to every rule.
This is dumb. We're going back to 3.5 in Pathfinder.
Well, we still have yet to even try to do the Pathfinder that we had bought.
The Space Finder.
Is it Space Finder?
Yep, it's space. And the issue we have with it is they don't have real character setups or sheets that we can understand. I've read it multiple times,
that's difficult,
and I'm just like, I'm going to DM this.
No, I'm not.
On second thought, never mind.
So
I did not pass the intelligence check.
What is a Blorg?
It is probably one of those things that you would need the actual monster manual for.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Whatever.
Speaking of tabletop games, though, there is one that I've been trying to get into, and it's a very, very, restricted community in the sense that not a lot of people are in it that I know of. And I think it's an awesome community as it is, because it's either you can do one thing, you can do the other, or you can do them both. And that is Warhammer 40K. And I bought my minis, and I still have yet to paint them or put them together, really.
Painting miniatures is the biggest pain in the ass.
See, some people, like Kane, would rather not paint or put them together.
I'll put them together, but I will not paint them.
I think it'd be fun to paint them.
I will fuck that shit up so bad.
Figures and coins and sticks.
But I guarantee you would like the actual gameplay if it came down to it.
Fair.
And that's what I like about this community.
But see, for me about Warhammer, the thing that I'm about is I don't play for the fighting. All of my characters are high in what?
Charisma. Fair.
Look how we all knew that immediately. Even the barbarian.
Barbarian.
Yep.
Would you really consider Dave the Barbarian to have high charisma?
Everybody likes him, doesn't he?
That's okay. Low intelligence.
He uses it. He uses it very passively.
The next game that we play, though, I was telling Kane that I already have my characters ready. I want to be a druid.
Oh no.
I want to be half mermaid, half centaur. My name, Human.
You heard it here first, folks.
But I don't want any. I want to talk to the DM beforehand and be like, look, I wanted to meet a bunch of my cousins and brothers and sisters and shit. But I don't want any of the party to believe I'm half centaur and half mermaid. They just think I'm a dude.
Oh my god. I can't wait.
And this is why you don't DM. No.
Who's going to DM that? You think we can get Crash to do it?
Probably, actually. That's probably your best bet, let's put it that way. What was I speaking of tabletop, since we moved on to that? So me and some buddies have been working on an interesting game, or working our way through an interesting game lately called King's Dilemma. It's
you were telling me about that. Is that the thing without math?
Yes, there's no math. It's not Worlds Without Number.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's an RPG. This is an actual board game. So it is a one-time use, as in once you complete the game, that's it. It is you literally place stickers on the board, and the player cards you mark with permanent marker. So once you've made a decision in the game, that is it. It's permanent. You cannot change it.
really makes you
it's-
think about your decisions that you make, and it's.
Sorry, speaking of tabletop RPGs, I have to plug one more Facebook page. I apologize. My boy Winston opened up a Facebook page, Dungeons and Dragons of Miss Lou, Mississippi and Louisiana. So if you play D&D and you're trying to get a DM or you want to get a game together or you want to just know something or be entertained, hit him up at Dungeons and Dragons of the Miss Lou on Facebook. He'll be more than happy to answer any questions, and you might be able to get a game going. Hell, you might be able to get a game with us going if you want. We're about that life, so...
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm just trying... I'm trying... I truly believe you need
Plugging
to...
when we can.
I truly believe, even though they're not like directly affecting us, but we need to help out
Oh, for sure.
other friends.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Help out your community. Like video games, Sebastian. D&D, Winston.
Nerd general stuff?
right here at the Damn It Rad motherfucker.
man.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? It's a more permanent feel to it. It's not one of those things that you can go back and be like, well, I don't know if I like the outcome of that decision.
No, exactly, and that's happened where we like made what we thought was a good decision, and we were like, oh no, this is a very bad decision.
You like whenever you were a horse?
Like the last
I was
session
a
we
horse.
played,
Of course
the
you
last session we played, we thought it was a decent choice because it was supporting like the freedom of speech of our people.
Oh no.
It started a war with our greatest ally that is going to last the rest of the game. And royally fucked us, to put it
You couldn't
simply.
talk your way out of it?
No, because it ended the session. Because so the way it works is like,
I could have talked my way out of
so
it.
the way it works is there's like slots on the board, and you're drawing cards each time, and each card has like a scenario, and it gives you. So the premise of it is the players are all the heads of house that make up the king's court,
Like Knights of the Round Table.
basically, and basically the king does whatever y'all say to do.
Camelot meat.
And so basically everybody votes to decide, like, so they vote either aye or nay. And whichever one wins, you flip the card over and read the aye or the nay for it, and that decision becomes a permanent part of what happened in the game.
I like that.
That's pretty interesting.
And sometimes it's like, oh, this is just what happened, move various, because there's several, like, resource type markers.
Question,
Yeah.
not related though.
You're good.
What if your character is illiterate? Because I've played multiple illiterate characters.
So you're not playing a specific character, you're playing a house.
What if your house is illiterate?
Doesn't work like there's not stats in this.
Oh, okay.
It's purely the game is driven by like discussion and voting, basically.
Like
and
a union meeting.
Sure.
Pretty much.
But yeah,
It's an election.
I'm about it.
so
I'll play.
you have resource markers like morale, military might,
I just want
food,
morale.
etc. And so as you move the resource markers, there's things and like so at the start of each round too, you're drawing an agenda card that's hidden, and basically it shows you where you want all those resource markers, and you get more points the more resource markers you have in that area that's highlighted.
So this isn't a game where you can set up like a one-hitter.
No.
Okay.
No.
Wow, so
This is
it's like
this
a
is a
risk
true
type of situation.
this is a true legacy game.
Okay.
And so, as I was saying, so with each card, it fills in one of the slots on the side of the board. And at the last one, it has 5 slot markers. However, if you draw a card that, so basically what happens if you reach all that and the king doesn't die, the king abdicates instead. And it ends that round. However, if on that, if you're in that slot and you flip the card over and it has a skull, that means the king dies and the round immediately ends there. And that also affects how scoring and points are awarded, because
Okay.
that's different based on if the king died versus abdicated.
Okay.
What else is, and also some cards will be like, draw envelope X, and you open up the envelope and it'll add new cards to the deck.
Envelope.
Envelope, whatever. It'll add new cards to the deck. Other times it'll be like, place this sticker on the board, and that becomes part of the permanent history, and that will affect future rounds. And you have to sign that sticker, because you are now taking ownership for that. So like if it's a bad sticker, people remember, and you receive a negative token in the next round because of that.
Okay.
So, and if it's a good one, conversely, you receive a positive
So
one.
what I got out of that is morale's the most important stat.
No. But you see, you also
my troops don't need to be
you also have to be careful because every time the resource marker moves, there's a balance marker that moves as well. And if it ever reaches the end of the board, either positive or negative, the king abdicates and the round ends no matter what you are. So if you
everybody's super happy I don't have to do anything.
Right. So
everybody hates everything. I don't have to do anything.
Basically, you're playing generation after generation after generation.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. I'm probably not doing the world's best job of explaining it, but we've been having a blast playing. It has led to some funny scenarios, hilarious debates.
I love
it
debating.
Is great. You would love this game. You really would.
I think
and you would absolutely be devil's advocate.
Of course you would.
And I know the exact house that you should be because one of my friends is playing it,
Slytherin.
and that's what he does.
Slytherin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, it's a really fun game.
So what other Kickstarter games, they're not quite out yet, but they're trying to get some
There's tons out there I found. I went down a rabbit hole, but I backed two recently that I am going to be receiving.
You're putting your name on two right here.
Yes,
okay.
I have. It was supposed to be October, but unfortunately one of their big developers is in the Ukraine, and for fairly obvious reasons there were delays.
What's going on in Ukraine?
No idea. So
we don't talk about that right now.
Right, but just neither here nor there. But anyway, so it's now going to be March, and this one is actually based on another video game that I played before called Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I played that game.
Which I was curious how they were going to do this because those of you that don't know, the Dead by Daylight is a 4v1 asymmetrical horror survival game where one person is a killer and the other four are trying to escape the arena alive.
Like the Friday the 13th.
So if you are a fan of any of the classic slasher movies, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Halloween.
The Ring, Halloween.
Highly recommend Dead by Daylight.
Very, very great game. I enjoyed it, even if I didn't have friends to play
your first several times playing it.
Oh my gosh, is it?
And sometimes even when it's your 1000th time playing it.
Caveat off the horror games. What's that?
The Dark Pictures?
Dark Pictures? I've played all of their games up so far.
I saw them on a Steam sale recently and I wanted to buy them and then missed it.
If you are a horror movie fan, it is basically just a decision-making game. Mm-hmm. It's not like an RPG, but you can walk around and stuff. It's very linear, but it's basically a movie where you make the decisions.
Exactly.
What's it called?
The Dark Pictures.
Dark Pictures? I have it all on the PlayStation.
There's several, There's several ones of them, but...
me being a casual kind of video gamer, and liking the storylines and stuff like that, I really enjoyed them because I love horror movies. I like making decisions and...
As we've seen from the podcast, the Halloween cast.
But I always play through it first. I try to keep everyone alive. And there's mysteries in there you can solve and shit like that. Second, I make the world's worst decisions you can ever make. No, let's, that commercial, let's hide behind this chainsaw.
Right. Of course, that's a great idea.
I can see
you
doing
these games, if you are a casual gamer, you're not one of those grinders or anything like that. If you just want to casually enjoy a horror movie, but you've seen them all and you want to just game a little bit, these games are excellent.
There's another one I just played called The Quarry that's very similar. It was made by the same people that made Until Dawn.
Yeah, and the most
and it's a very similar.
Good. The most recent one actually had. Do you remember the movie We're the Millers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember the little redhead kid?
Mm-hmm.
He's in it.
No kidding.
Will Poulter?
Yes.
Holy shit! I'm gonna have to play this now.
It was
already on my list, but
it's really, really fun. If you like Until Dawn, you'll love these series of games.
And I do. It's I'm a huge story person, so as long as there's a good, interesting story, I can do it.
It's more like an interactive movie.
Basically,
It's something that
It's not a challenge per se. It's all about the story and the immersive. And I find with these games, I get oh god, shit, this decision I need to make.
But some of them's not always what it seems either.
Exactly.
It could be schizophrenia. It could be a chemical leak. It could be, a man-made issue and not just horror.
Right. So.
Interesting.
Didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I
that was
really
a
thought
good-
that was a good place to.
No, that was good.
I am a huge fan of these games. I played all of them. I played all of them multiple times, and they just make me smile. Like you feel like a kid again playing them. Like you're watching a movie, but you have like whenever you're watching those horror movies, like that's dumb. They shouldn't do that.
Right.
You can make them not do that. Like there's a little an LDG running around. Let's follow her. Or let's go the other way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so back on Dead by Daylight, the board game gameplay, I couldn't recite it to you right now, but I know the way they got around, so the idea is no one knows where the killer is and the killer doesn't know where you are. Everybody makes their move and locks it in, and then everybody moves at once. So that it kind of removes it.
I like that.
Yeah. So, it looks very promising, all the tokens.
A more murderous clue.
Yes. But really.
It was Colonel Mustard.
But, so it's gonna be cool, because, I got the deluxe version. So it's got, the nice tokens. It's gonna come with all the expansion and, backing bonuses. So, I'll get all the extra figures that come with it, all the bonus killers.
Nice.
So it's gonna be fun. So,
you gotta text me and show me all the killers they have.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it real killers or is it
No, they're based off of, a lot of them are based off
so instead
others.
of Scream, it's the Scream movies in the movie,
Yes.
Slash.
Yes, no, but they're literally, at least in the game, the video game version, there's a killer
Ghostface.
based off, yes,
yeah, I've seen the
stuff like that. Or they have roots in some other
The
horror.
Exorcist.
There's
Banshee.
yes,
Banshee.
there's a banshee type character that's
There's probably
a nurse.
Little Billy or the nurse.
Yes,
the
they have all the original classic ones in there, and then they added a few. That's what took so long. They had to get the approval from the company
Can
to.
I make my own?
No.
I'm based off The Hills Have Eyes. It's gonna be called The Inbred, but it's gonna be just a dude in a loaf of bread.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so that one looks promising to be here sooner, but the other one I backed is really interesting. It was I had never seen this type before. It's a hybrid game. It uses both physical board game as well as a digital app on your phone that will actually store your progress.
Oh.
It is called The Dark Quarter. It is set in late 1800s, mid 1900s, New Orleans.
Oh shit.
Yes. Basically it's you.
Bad accents all around.
Right. You work for a detective agency, and you're dealing with these supernatural things, other mysteries.
I solved it.
Ghostfacers.
No, seriously, I solved it. It's 1800s New Orleans. It's vampires, son.
Sometimes.
It's always vampires in 1800 New Orleans.
All the voodoo. But no, it's really interesting. All the art looks amazing. All the board game pieces look great. I think it was really cool that you it's you make choices and the app will make it permanent, and it's really cool because you can play the game with multiple people because you can save separate sessions. So you're all right, I'm playing this round with these people, but I got these other people that want to play, so I can play with them. So it's really cool. It looks really promising. It probably won't be here until the end of next year. I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed back a little bit, just because it is a very big undertaking. They are promising a lot. However, they have made other games from Kickstarter in a similar vein, and it's been very successful. So I'm optimistic. And the nice thing is they are sending monthly updates about their progress, and everything seems to be on track.
That is pretty cool.
So going back to video games, I have been playing Gotham Knights. Basically,
not to be confused with Arkham Knight.
Right. I was so stoked for that game when they dropped that trailer. I got chills. And I just have not had the chance to pick it up yet. I've been insanely busy.
If you are a post-Batman fan, like the Bat Family, it's pretty good. I just really started, so I haven't got that deep into it. But you can't switch so far over if you're gonna play as Red Hood v. Batgirl v. Robin v. Nightwing.
Is it like you play each person at various times of the story? Or?
So far, I picked Red Hood, and I've been Red Hood. I have been Jason Todd.
Curious.
Shocker.
I'm surprised
Are you
because the way the
shocked
game
at-
was initially promised was that it would be like you would be switching in and out.
That's what I thought. So I was like, okay, well, I'll start off with Red Hood, then I'll probably go over with Nightwing a little bit, and then I'll see what I can do with Robin and maybe Batgirl, like on computers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I've just been Red Hood. But it's Dick Grayson, it's Tim Drake, it's Barbara Gordon, and it's Jason Todd, and it's follows. I guess spoilers. The start of the game is a pretty epic fight scene between Bruce Wayne and Ra's al Ghul.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's not so much a spoiler because it was basically in the
yeah, well, they both wind up dying,
correct.
and so it's
Spoiler.
Well, yeah, I don't think.
Right, I don't believe it.
Pretty much if
You don't see a body from what I understand, so
No comment.
well, maybe you do.
Cool.
But like, we're trying to solve Batman's last mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everything is fucked up all the time, and
Shocking.
Nightwing's like, we need to do it like Bruce wanted, and Jason Todd's like, murder everything, and Robin's like,
Shocking.
I'm here, and Batgirl's like, guys, can just get along.
I'm here.
And then Alfred's just like, oh, I'm here to help y'all.
I guess.
And
Alfred's probably more badass than any of them, let's be
the
honest.
thing I don't like about it is, you know, in the Arkham games, how you can glide everywhere, and it's pretty quick to go on the rooftops.
Can't do that in this.
It's a pain in the ass. And nobody wears a cape. But you can hop on the bat cycle anytime you want.
Well,
But
trade-offs.
also, I like to be on the rooftop.
It's true. When I played all the games, I was usually on the rooftops.
And, well, each character has their own specialty. Like, Nightwing is basically,
Batman Light.
yeah, Diet Batman.
Diet Batman.
Batman.
Batman's here.
Jason Todd's your brawler.
Shocking.
Yeah,
Truly.
yeah. Barbara Gordon's your tech, and Tim Drake is your detective.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And so it's a pretty fun game so far. I just wish I could like do a mission with each one of them to see
The different
which character
perspective.
I like,
Mhm.
instead of having to restart the game and do the first mission over again. with a
Yeah,
different
that's
guy.
weird. I'd have to look into that because that is actually slightly.
Upsetting.
Yes.
Yeah, but
And that's why we do these reviews.
Right.
been
We
pretty-
probably just saved you like 60, 70 bucks.
Yep.
it's been pretty fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I would very much like to play as Dick Grayson a little bit, or
Right, like that's why I assumed it would be like you play different parts of the story at different points.
I'd like to
as
see
each
if
person.
Barbara Gordon can glide because she has a cape.
Well, see, that's what they did with Arkham Knight. You were able to switch between.
For a short amount of
But you still got to experience a little bit of both.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit of Catwoman, a little bit of Batman.
Batman.
Catwoman was a badass in that game, though. I ain't gonna lie to nobody.
Mhm.
But that's about all. I mean, I've been playing that and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, raiding fucking villages and
Mhm.
fucking hoes.
Bro, I've been playing so many things, like even if it's just little snippets, just to get an insight into it. Like
Yeah.
Scorn. Y'all seen the previews for Scorn?
I have not.
It's supposed to be like this horror survival. I thought it was a FPS at first, like whenever it came out, but I played it for like maybe enough time to realize that I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
See, we just saw Horror Survival Forest 2 is coming out.
Yes.
2023 apparently.
Something like that. No,
The-
Forest.
The
Son of the
boys,
Forest?
the Son of the Forest.
Yeah.
Son of the Forest.
Son of the Forest. Something like
Yeah.
that.
It
Yeah.
is, I want to play that.
That
and
looks
that is
incredible.
PC exclusive.
That looks incredible.
It does.
PC for life.
Which now I'm gonna have to start spreading my wings and playing more than just Xbox. I'm gonna have to get a PlayStation and a PC, but
Come over here, play PlayStation.
Yeah.
yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Speaking of upcoming games, though, and going back to like childhood games, like I'm personally excited for the new Pokemon game coming out. I don't know if y'all like it, but I'm just glad. Like we've been getting like new Pokemon almost every year. It's just been great.
And
Like nothing. It's nothing groundbreaking.
you know how we talked about
But
you know how we talked about
always
gatekeepers?
Yeah.
There's 150 Pokemon in one fucking clone.
Pretty much.
Like don't get me wrong. Some of the Pokemon are absolutely ridiculous. But my thing is, I'm here to have a good time, and that's what's happening when I play these games.
We'll see.
And my boy Growlithe is in every game, so I'm fine.
And it probably helps that you can trace this back to a happy like childhood
It
memory.
does. Like,
And see, I never got to grow up playing
With
the
it?
Game Boy and the Pokemon and anything like that. So it's not really something that hits hard for me. Like I had the cards.
I liked Digimon.
hey,
Digimon was a vast superior monster platform.
To each his own.
They could talk.
They can.
Yeah, they could.
And they could go back to being cute after they became murderous.
It's interesting because like I've actually been playing one of the more recent Digimon games, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. It's good. It's an interesting story. But it's so weird because like each Digimon has like 5 divergent Digivolutions for each level that they're at. So and each one has like it's not a straight evolution.
They're
Like,
you
convoluted
math
now.
nerds.
it was always like that.
No, in the beginning it was, okay, Agumon goes to Greymon, Greymon goes to Metal Greymon, Metal Greymon goes to War Greymon.
In the cards and series maybe, but like in the games it was always like that.
I wouldn't know. Never let them.
Because I played the early like PlayStation and PlayStation 2 but Digimon games and it was always like that with
Speaking of
ones.
digital monsters,
Here we go. What's up?
Tamagotchi's back.
Yeah.
It is.
And
I
it's
was
stupid expensive.
I was
Shocking.
just talking to.
I
we were
killed
talking-
the fuck out of all of mine.
We were talking about nostalgia value. What do you think they're banking on there? They're like, oh, all these now grown children
I need
Less.
with, in theory, money.
Besides my kids,
in theory.
In theory, being the key part here.
besides my kids, stay-at-home wife, 2 dogs, I need another little pocket thing that I have to keep the fuck alive.
Right.
For the low price of $70 a month.
It's a month?
No, I don't know. I'm just
Oh
making
my
that
god.
up. Fuck. Don't listen to me. I'm making that up. But I know it's expensive as fuck. to
Probably.
get.
It probably is. I would not be surprised.
Man,
But-
I can't keep my free freaking phone app characters alive, much less a Tamagotchi.
I can't keep my phone alive.
Right?
Thank you.
Probably because of the mobile games I've been playing lately.
Could be.
Speaking of, mobile games is something I never thought I would get into, but I have been playing 2.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts Mystery. I was like, oh, you know, this seems interesting, I'll check it out, and I've been playing for like 5 years.
I've been playing for a good year or 2 now.
It's a surprisingly compelling story if you're new to it.
It's
It'd be
easy.
great now. It's super easy. It's not a challenging thing. It's absolutely a story game.
It's a story
It's
time.
it's you're tapping through. It's very. You don't need to pay money at all to play it. Like, they give you enough of the in-game currency, honestly, through doing normal shit that you can. It's just fun. It's back in that world, but it's before.
Buy keys.
It's near Harry's time, but before it.
Like you graduate.
And then Harry will
And then
come in
Harry
like a couple
comes in.
years later, maybe, or like the next year, something
I think
like
it's
that.
like the next year.
Something.
Sounds like you're like
We were discussing that
Bill's-
timeline earlier, but
Bill's age.
yeah, Bill graduates when you're like in your 4th
Fifth.
year or 5th year, something like that. So it's cool. You get to see these characters that you knew from the series.
You
I
make
think you're
your
in
own-
the same year as Charlie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you make your own character and you pick your own
Your
house.
house, yeah.
I like
And-
that. I'll have to get into
And
it.
you can make choices.
Picking your house has no effect on the game either.
It doesn't.
Besides Slytherin winning the Quidditch Cup 4 years in a row because I'm a beast.
Yeah, it is fun. They throw out all kinds of like little like special events throughout.
Is this a game that you can play with friends, or is it just kind of a?
No, it's just kind of.
Hey,
But
you
like
can figure out to ask because there are some
yeah,
people.
me and him compare a lot.
Yeah,
Like
no, and like it's
I'm
a-
in 6th year right now.
Yeah.
He's in 7th year.
And I'm up to date because, like I said, I've been playing since like day 4. And it's just been a really interesting story. It's been cool seeing the game develop and improve over time. It has only gotten better.
Only advice if you're going to play this: save your diamonds to buy keys.
Yes,
You'll
because
understand when you start playing.
every month there's an event, so just save them for that. Don't worry about anything else. But they do have lots of like little side quests and like time limited events. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're little fun side stories. You get a little achievement. You can get all kinds of like pets. You can take care of magical creatures. You can
Do I get an owl?
You can.
Oh,
you can
Dude,
get
so
an owl.
right now I have like an owl, a dog, a cat, a rat, a frog,
Yep.
and I'm about to buy a crap puppy.
Have that too.
what is that?
It's
It
a
is a
little
two-tailed
puppy
dog.
with 2 tails.
Oh, cool.
That becomes
just because-
aggressive towards muggles.
Just because I haven't had like the right amount of books.
Mm.
just because I've been spending it on other stupid shit.
Notebooks are an in-game currency. Again, they provide you with plenty. You don't need to buy them. You just have to keep doing little side
Don't
quests.
spend
and
money
whatnot.
on this game. It is so much fun without it.
It
too.
really is. Like,
And if you do the pay-to-win thing, like I think it would actually take some
It
of
would.
the fun out of the game.
but it's fun. Highly recommend. Free to play. It's a fun game. Immerse yourself in that world again.
What's your second?
And then the other one is one that a coworker of mine recently got me on called Marvel Snap, which is a little like card-based game that I think Sebas was telling me earlier he's been playing too.
I did play for a little
And it's
bit.
got
I
like
played it for a little bit, not a long.
it's got like all the different characters from across the comics, the series. It's got like variant art styles. Like they've got like some of the cards will be like a pixel version or a chibi version. Or like a
Breakout
specific
version.
common version, yeah. Or just like a limited like it's cool, and you can like level up the cards. So it's like initially it starts out a little basic one, then it'll like break out the frame, then it becomes like a 3D, then it becomes like there's like it's cool. It just levels up the appearance. You don't really need to pay necessarily. There are some things that they definitely you can tell it's Disney's influence. I'm trying to get more money from you.
Oh, I owed all the money.
But it's fun.
Can we say the D word? Can
Yeah,
we say the D word?
probably. It's technically not blacklisted. But
That was Big Daddy Kane saying that. Well, I'm sorry.
anyway.
Well,
But no, it's fun. It's quick little rounds. So if you're a fan of like the Marvel universe, not necessarily just the MCU, but like the actual like Marvel universe as a whole, would recommend checking it out. You can play it a few minutes if you find it's not fun. So be it. No, it's literally free.
Having said Marvel Universe, I want to get YouTube back whenever we can. And I want to do a Damn It Rad DC casting because they can't seem to get it the fuck right.
fair.
No, they can't seem to get anything
So
right.
we're going to get it right for them. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in again. Have a good time with the Nerdcast. Hope we helped y'all out. Hope you can help us out. Like, subscribe, share. Don't care who watches, as long as you're watching. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry about the hiatus again, but we're back now. We're better than ever, and we're fucking rocking and rolling, baby. Tune in the Dim Red Podcast. Out!
Yeah.